I was facepalming at Adam's intro. Like,
I dropped some chocolate somewhere. I can't find it.
As grown-ups do.
Standing. Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Eric, what's happening, man?
jeez. So we got Ari caught up, kind of, on everything, and then went and talked to Thora. Ari spilled the beans on some stuff that Esri had going on with Lady Uruve. And the sword that we helped Lucan steal has been stolen by Lucan from the people that we helped him steal it for, with the assistance of his younger sister in some capacity. Thor wants us to go figure out what's going on and protect Mina, his younger sister, from getting involved in having her life ruined. So we went to Three Barrel Cove off of Shargon's Teeth and met up with Malcolm Delarander, who has an airship, and he's a smuggler. But while we were having that conversation, Esri went and had a different conversation with an elf lady named Demise, and for some reason said, "Sure, come on, let's go." So we have an additional passenger, and I'm being reductive when I say for some reason. So yeah, and we were headed up to meet up with Malcolm, and I guess pick up Demise on the way and take off. So that's what happened last time. And Ari drank death in a glass and took 6 points of damage. So, but other than that, feels perfectly fine.
Indeed. As you exit from the bottom of the barrel, there is, as you see, Demise is standing there on the pier. She has a bag on her back and a longbow, which she is leaning on a little bit. You can also see, just out to sea, a rowboat full of armored men rowing back towards the mainland.
I thought you were about to say children, like the students followed us or something. Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Pips, guys, you left without telling us.
For this adventure, all of you will be playing 2 characters at all times.
Armored men returning to the
Yeah, is
land.
there some significance that I should take from that?
I mean, you can see that they're all in the colors of the Emerald Claw.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool.
So they're leaving. Okay, gotcha. Ari is going to cast Detect Thoughts on this elf woman that is approaching.
This is going to be such an introduction.
As you do that, Esri says,
Well, unless I probe deeper, she won't know. Like, so as long as I stick to the surface.
everyone, Demise, everyone whose names you surely already know.
Didn't think I'd meet you this soon, but nice to meet you.
No, actually. Merely yours. Hello, everyone.
I'm sorry, I was thinking.
I don't
detect
tie
thoughts.
Demise.
I do. You're the Kolos Crusher.
This is true. This
Yes,
is true.
I was there for your Red Ring match.
Oh,
Ah,
what were you doing?
It's probably not a conversation that will end well.
Probably not. What is on her mind in this moment?
Surface thoughts.
Yeah.
You pick up, in addition to a few flashes of the undead swarming up out of the sands of the arena, you pick up an emotion of resentment.
Okay.
Almost envy, but mainly resentment. And that is directed. Yeah, I mean, okay, surface thoughts would work for this. It is directed generally toward Esri.
Ah, okay. Okay, and as we walk and make our way, I can concentrate on this up to a minute, so just without needing to probe deeper, just keep it. So if anything else significant in the conversation pings anything, Philip, let me know, but Ari's just gonna see if anything else bubbles to the surface as we walk towards the waterfall.
Okay.
I have a question. You said she has
so-
tattoos across her face. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are those the only people I know with face tattoos? Generally, are the elves, right?
Mm-hmm. She's an elf.
Okay, so she's part of that. I would assume. Okay.
Yeah, she is gaunt. Her face is sort of got a grayish hue to it. And her cheeks are very, very sunken. And the tattoos are reminiscent of a death's head, of a skull mask.
Like, does she look unwell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she falls into step with you all and begins walking up the switchback trail to the top of the cliff. At the top of the cliff, there are a series of piers that stick out from the cliff along either side of the waterfall that form a makeshift airship dock. And standing at the landward end of one of these is Malcolm.
Ari waves.
Howdy, y'all. I see we got
Hi, Malcolm.
6 and a cat now, so I assume that's our full complement.
Yes. As far as I can tell, we won't have anybody else joining us.
Is
His name
this
is
everybody?
I'm sorry? Your friend? And he looks towards Demise. Her name is Cal?
No, the
cat's name
cat's
is Cal.
name. You keep calling him
Oh.
the cat, but his name is Cal.
Well, I didn't know the cat's name till just now.
Yeah.
I told you.
Well, all
This
right
is
then.
all.
I take it y'all in a hurry, so all aboard.
Yeah. Yep. Let's,
Where did we land on
thank you,
the
Malcolm.
safe passage versus dump in the ocean?
Oh, Sora says she knows you.
That's good.
I mean, he probably wouldn't tell us that until we were over the ocean, because he couldn't dump us out if we weren't there yet.
I'm just making small talk, Shade,
Oh,
about our lives.
We need to work on your definition of small talk.
am I better at small talk than you?
I assume we are walking onto the boat, not just standing
Yes.
here talking
Right.
to Malcolm while we're doing this. Please, for the love of God. I know
As
we're
you
awkward,
all
but
head
not
down
that
the pier,
awkward.
Malcolm Malcolm follows you. You are walking onto a smallish airship. There is a the crackling ring of an air elemental swirling around the hull as you come aboard. Malcolm says, accommodations are pretty bare, but there are hammocks down below, places to stow your gear.
Appreciate it.
It's apt to get might windy up here. The wards don't get repaired as often as they should, but we'll probably be about 3.5 days. So get comfortable, and we'll be brought some reading to do.
We took a floaty ship, a water ship on the way here, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I think
that's the technical term,
yeah,
floaty ship.
Yeah, floaty ship.
The floaty ship.
You know, the only
Scientific
The
term.
flyy ship.
the only time I was on something like this, I landed it pretty immediately.
Well, I
What?
take that as advice not to let you pilot.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, Malcolm.
Probably have a hard time. Probably have a hard time getting along with the Duchess anyway. And he turns and starts to walk towards the helm, lifting his goggles into place as he does.
I don't know what that means.
Let's head on
Pop-
down.
That's
Yeah,
her.
walk
And he
right
points
to the
towards
front.
he points towards the ring of wind and lightning that is circling the hull of the ship at high speed.
Yeah, more your area, huh, Shade?
I was wondering if we could meet.
She's not real talkative.
Awesome.
Just like Shade.
Speak primordial?
Yes?
That's a great question.
But you do?
I do not.
I had an interesting education.
Apparently.
Thank you, Malcolm. If you, we're pretty combat capable. So if you have any need, if we run across anything afoul, feel free to holler.
I'll do that. Hopefully we'll make a quiet passage. Don't mind Sam down in the cargo area. He's just a little cantankerous.
Sam. All right.
Yeah, no, it's all right. He's already been fed.
Great. Great.
What is Sam?
Talk to you.
Oh well, you know, ships sometimes will have like a cat aboard to take care of pests and that sort of thing. Sam's my ship's cat.
I love the ship's cat.
All right. I look forward to meeting Sam down below. I'm gonna head on down. He goes to make his way down
Malcolm
below.
walks. Malcolm walks to the helm. Demise watches this conversation, and then lets you all go down first.
And away I go.
I'll wait.
So down in the hold, as you head down into the hold, you feel the ship lurch away from the dock, and there is a distinct sensation of acceleration as you go, and enough that you probably put out a hand to steady yourself as the ship begins to move away from the island. Down below, there's a big open hold, and another set of stairs leads down into the, essentially into the inside of the hull of the ship, and where there are mostly food stores and things like that. Slung from the roof here and between the ribs of the vessel are a bunch of hammocks. Under each hammock, there's a small shelf with space underneath to drop your things and stow your stuff underneath. At the extreme front, where the vessel narrows again, there is a gigantic pile of empty sacks and old blankets and various other detritus of smuggling, all hoarded up against the walls. But that is about all there is to see.
Nope. No Sam.
You can make a perception check if you like.
I would
No,
very
I
much
got a
like
9
to.
passive. I know what's
Yup.
going on.
15.
18.
19.
All right, fine.
The pile of stuff at the extreme front is breathing. Or at least
Cool.
there is a low sort of coming from over there.
Well, I think that's where Sam is, or is Sam? You just be careful, okay?
Cal looks, and the ridge on the back of Cal's back of hair stands up a little bit, and his tail bristles.
Got it.
Well, I guess settle in.
So, are we here for 3 days?
I mean, I suppose you could go above deck, but he didn't make it seem like that'd be pleasant. So I think, yeah, we're just down here hanging out for 3 days.
Oh no, I'm definitely going up on deck occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't be trapped down here for 3 days.
Okay. And 3 nights.
And 3
I have some
All
jerky
right.
in my bag. I would like to put a little piece in front of the breathing pile.
Okay.
It bites your arm off.
Do you stay close?
No.
Does this dude have a pet mimic? And it's mimicking a pile
So
of clothes?
after a while, you see a shift in the pile. Actually, when you reach out and put it down in front of the pile, Shade, you notice that all the fur on the arm you reach out stands up.
Oh.
Cal is having a reaction to that.
And Cal whimpers.
Toss the jerky to it.
Okay. After a bit, there is a shifting in the pile, and you watch as one sinewy arm with clawed toes and iridescent blue scales slides out of the pile, ropes around, finds the jerky, grasps it, and pulls it back in.
It's gonna be a long trip.
Do I recognize that?
Give me a nature check. It would be pretty hard from just that tiny glimpse.
Right. 21.
I mean, somewhat reptilian. The size of the arm, you would guess, belongs to quite a large creature. The foot had three clawed toes. So, yeah, you all settle in for your voyage across across the Thunder Sea.
At some point, I want to go find Demise.
Okay. Demise puts her bag under one of the hammocks. She notices where you all put yours and goes a couple of spaces aside, and puts her bag under a hammock, and climbs into the hammock, and lays back. Puts her hands behind her head.
Okay. I will go over to a hammock directly next to her and say, well, I'm kind of hoping Ari is around. No.
I imagine it's not a big boat, so.
So, here's the question. Did Lady Aruvi send you? Or did she leak somehow what we were doing?
Leak suggests accident, and Lady Ruby might cut your throat for suggesting that she's capable of accidentally telling anyone anything. Now, Lady Aruvi informed the Emerald Claw, works closely with her in matters touching this sort of thing, and I was dispatched to see that this succeeded.
Just be aware that there is a point at which survival doesn't become my main concern. We're all a little wary of betrayal at this point. We
Oh
can
my.
work together, I think. It sounds like you want to. But, well, I would suggest respecting my requests.
Have I done otherwise?
No. This is just, well, we're committed now.
I've been committed to this for a very, very long time.
Right then. Mushroom?
No, thank you.
Sorry, in what capacity did you want Ari nearby for that conversation?
Detect thoughts or
okay.
any other sort of. I mean, whatever Ari wanted to be there for, I just thought maybe, So
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do.
Yeah, sure. I'll while that conversation's going on, I'll burn another detect thoughts on her while she's talking about that with Esri.
Make a stealth check, Ari.
I'm gonna push. $21.
Okay. again, there's a sense of resentment towards Esri and a general dislike of him. A general view that he has a tendency to talk down to people, and that when he says the thing about being committed, there's a mental scoff,
Mm-hmm.
and a thought of, something along the lines of, yes, in the 5 minutes that you've known anything about this, you've become deeply committed.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Yeah. Okay. So, thinks Esri is a butt.
Actually,
I'm not going to probe any deeper because I don't want to get stabbed. So,
are you well? I have some ability
Yes.
to. Okay. I have some ability with medicine if you need it.
That is, I suppose, good to know if it comes up. I'm not prone to air sickness.
Yeah, new experience for me. Is it usual?
Some people don't like the altitude. The air gets thinner.
Yeah. I had thought maybe it's a little hard to distinguish between which voices in my head are real. So maybe it's affecting me that way.
She furrows her brow.
Right. I'll leave you your buffer. Just move over a hammock.
Very well.
Ari says telepathically, well, she does not like you. Just, she resents you
That's
and thinks you're condescending.
that's odd. I don't believe we've ever met. No, not the condescending.
Curious about the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're all on the same page there.
I suppose maybe she knows that we did things against them, so but me in particular, you think?
Yes, you in particular, not us. As far as I can tell, she does not give the rest of us a literal second thought after having met us.
Well, maybe that will
I
be
mean,
useful if
aren't you kind of...
one of you has to kill her.
Okay. Aren't you kind of golden boy for... I mean, they've sought you out, so maybe she resents... Are you special in some kind of way? You keep saying that, like, they don't want you dead.
Well, my mark is
Yeah.
what they care about.
Probably that, then.
Well, not much I can do to alleviate that, I suppose.
I know. Just... I mean, I know you weren't under any delusions about this, but I'm just confirming for you. She is not a friend or an ally.
So the ship rolls along for the rest of the day and into the night. After the sun has gone down, Malcolm's voice comes, from somewhere in the hole, down in the hold. I'm gonna let the Duchess take us from here for the rest of the night and get a little bit of shut-eye. Y'all scream if anything terrible happens.
I assume this is not a two-way announcement system,
No.
so Ari just feels a little unsettled.
So you have a captain's quarters
Ari is
that we
going-
saw
oh.
somewhere?
There was a in the aft castle of the vessel, where the helm was, there was a set of doors behind the helm.
Ari would like to attempt, like, Ari thinks that Demise will just stab us in the back as soon as she gets the opportunity. And Ari is trying his best to not necessarily mitigate that possibility. Ari's going to try some social manipulation, like not magical. I would like to do a sad boy song on a lute about like longing for home, and just like a mournful ballad in a minor key, just to elicit a sense of like sympathy, empathy, anything, for trying to make Demise feel something in an attempt to make her less likely to
what's it like in New York?
Yeah, no. thinking more country-esque longing for home than
anyway, here's Wonder Boy.
Today's gonna be the day.
Another creep.
On point. Not for Ari, for the creepy elf with the undead skin.
You're a creep.
Boy, you switched you switched to the second person in that song, and it's real hostile.
You don't belong here.
I know, right? Okay, so make a performance check.
25.
Most bardy, not
Nice.
bard I've ever played with. Okay, so 25. And then
On my fancy lute that I got from the Forgotten Prince.
it's true. It's a really, really nice lute. The music from it is perfect. So Demise listens and closes her eyes a little and sways back and forth in the hammock. Oh, excuse me. Sways back and forth in the hammock with the slight motion of the ship. It's not nearly as much of a rocking motion as you have on the sea, but the ship is still affected by winds and things like that. I guess you could make an insight check to see the ways in which you are affecting her. I'm not sure what.
Give it a shot. You're not sure what?
I'm not sure what you desire to come of this. She is not inclined to sing along.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to, engender us to her, like in some respect, to where, yeah, I don't know,
Okay.
humanize us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I'm gonna push.
Are you kidding?
I got a 0.
I've never seen that popped up on D&D Beyond before.
Did you roll a 0?
Una Davari Smith rolled 0. Oh my!
I'd like to know if the music
Ari,
is abnormally perfect.
this is terrible. She's died.
I pushed 17 is what I got. Rolled a natural 18. Ari, she's stabbing you right now.
You get a read on her that she is you're obviously playing really, really well, but she's clearly listening, and she's clearly appreciating what you're doing, what you're singing, and your skill at playing. But it doesn't seem to draw her out of her shell, as it were. possibly you're distracted by the movement behind you. Because as anyone watching sees, the big old pile of blankets starts to shift as the music progresses, and gradually a big, long, scaly snout emerges from under the blanket, followed by a long head.
9 pass
And
perception. Ari doesn't know.
what?
I said
Oh.
9 pass perception. Ari has no idea. He's just vibing with the music.
With 2 glowing blue eyes, and a couple of small, maybe horns, maybe just frills that project up from the head and back along the neck. And as the head emerges, it rises on a long, sinewy neck. Pretty soon, a couple of scaly legs appear, 3-toed, on the floor, and more of it starts to come out. And there's another pair of legs, and it begins to sort of work its way up along the wall of the hull, as more of it appears, until what you are seeing is about 15 feet of long serpentine body, with 6 pairs of legs, each with 3 toes and claws. And as it sways there on its long snaky head, or its long snaky neck, its mouth occasionally flickers with a sort of electrical discharge.
Unfamiliar to us completely, I would think.
You can make a nature check.
Almost useless.
21.
That's 6 for me. I don't know where I am.
Esri, then.
Next song's called Sorry for Party Rockin'.
Esri, you realize that you are looking at what you think would be a small specimen of a behir.
I mean, is that something that I personally don't know what that is. So something
It's
that would be
a,
very rare, or
It's somewhat draconic in nature. With a 21 nature check, you know that they are capable of breathing lightning. They have a breath weapon like that of a dragon. But that they are believed to be... I guess follow that up with a history check to see if you know more.
wow, I rolled really well. 18 plus 0.
So to finish the nature check, you know that they tend to be mountain dwelling. Although you've heard rumors of one dwelling in the jungles of Zindric called Glimmerdoom. With a history check of 18, the legend is that the first Behirs were mage-bred by the giants of the Sulat League to hunt dragons.
Sure. All right. So Ezri says, well, Shade, you no longer hold the title for world's most dangerous pet. That is an extraordinarily dangerous thing to keep on an airship, I would think.
What are you talking about? Ah!
You think he's okay? I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
That That's Sam.
This is a monstrosity, so
I'm the only one who likes it when it's a monstrosity, and we're supposed to be nice to this thing.
You like hurting it when it's a monstrosity.
you stop playing Esri, and the snaky
Ari.
neck lowers, gets very close. Your hair stands up and looks
Play more.
intently at you.
Today's gonna be the day. Gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should
And
have
it
somehow
withdraws a little bit,
not you.
coils itself on its pile of blankets, and
Cal, can
watches
you
you.
speak to Sam?
'Cause maybe
I
don't
don't
be
think
the
so.
one that saves me
It's not Faye.
after all. You're
You get too many seconds into that, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get TMC.
I love the commitment.
back when
He does know the
Seems
secret
more-
word so nice.
I would guess it to be more draconic in type.
I don't speak Draconic, so that's not helpful. Don't. This does not seem like a place that he would enjoy.
I never made it to secondary school, so... Wait. I couldn't understand that.
He doesn't seem angry.
Okay. He also doesn't seem friendly.
I imagine if he was angry, he might have eaten.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You don't think he'll attack us in our sleep, right? We should probably take watches at night.
our sovereigns are awesome.
That seems intelligent.
From the plains above with wisdom, power, and love.
I'm gonna see what up looks like, and Pog is gonna go take a look at the night sky instead of stay down here with the electric monster.
So you get up onto the
And the Behir.
you get up onto the deck, and first of all, it's windy. Like it's real windy, and the wind is chill. You're high up, the wind is cold. But I think what probably strikes you, Pog, is even Stormreach Eberron is a world where we've got magical street lighting and things like that. I think what probably immediately strikes you is it is truly dark. There's the occasional flicker from the air elemental, but the ring is kind of shrouded in vapor at the moment. And so you can see the ring of Sybaris spread across the sky like a golden, like the Milky Way, but golden, spreading across the sky. You can see several of the moons are near to full at various positions in the sky. This is higher up than you've ever been. You're looking down, you can see the tops of some clouds well below. The air is a little thin. You probably notice that breathing is a little bit different, but not painfully or dangerous in any way. But it is startling how much sky there is.
After having a couple minutes of this to himself, Pog is going to go back to the door and try to get Shade's attention. and see if she will notice. Shade.
Yeah.
You should come see this.
Okay. Do you
It's a good see this.
do you think they'll be okay with Sam?
No, we're all gonna die here, but they're still awake right now.
That's true. Okay,
So
good point.
so before they fall asleep, we should see this.
Cal, let's go.
And then if she follows,
And I invite Cal.
getting back up just well, yeah, I assume y'all are a package deal. Get up there and go, I thought you would want to see. Look how much outside there is.
Wow. There's a lot.
It's a bunch of it outside. I don't have anything to talk about or be mad or sad. I just thought you'd like all the outside.
Thank you.
And then just going to quietly for however long enjoy this final beautiful little moment of peace, just being out here in the wind and enjoying the cool. And if you're here for maybe 10, 15, we should let them see too, but I thought you'd really like it. So
Can we make them promise not to talk?
we'll tell them when we're done.
Okay. Shade lays on the deck. And just
Pog will be up at the front,
Start
just taking it all in the same. Yep.
The wind shear is substantially less when you lie down on the deck because the deck is got below the railing of the walls a little bit, and that cuts the wind. And so you just watch the night sky drift by high above the thunder sea. Whether you take watches or not, eventually, presumably all of you get some rest. And none of you are eaten by Sam in the night.
Hey, good job, Sam.
Eventually, Sam does seem to fall back asleep as you are playing Ari. And when you test stop, does not wake up and attack you.
Home for a moment.
So, early in the morning, the voice comes in over the
Rise into the streets.
comms again. Y'all still alive down there?
right.
No.
I mean, do we answer
Thought
yes?
this wasn't a two-way thing. Yes.
No.
We're good.
Oh, I figure one of y'all probably have to come up here and tell me.
Ari hops up and heads up on deck.
Oh, good! He shouts over the
Hey,
wind. Well, that's good. Usually if Sam's gonna eat somebody, he does it on the first night.
the wind's too loud. I can't hear you. What?
I say usually if Sam's gonna eat someone, he does it on the first night.
Oh, Sam likes to have the first bite. Okay, I'll keep that in mind when we eat.
Yeah,
Good.
that's right.
I'm really glad we
Hey.
took watches.
Hey guys, when we eat, Sam likes to have the first bite of food just to keep him happy.
He called you up there just for that?
Over the next
Weird.
day and a half, you, or I guess next couple days, you travel over the Thunder Sea. At the beginning of the fourth day, the coast is in sight, and you can see the deep wood shrouded coast of Zalargo. And pretty soon the vessel is clearly descending back down through the clouds towards the sea.
So happy to
Now,
see
I
them.
suppose it's worth bringing up.
Sorry.
Y'all don't carry around any sensitive documents or anything like that, right?
What if the answer is yes?
Well, there's not really any difference if the answer is yes or not. Just, you'll probably be unhappy.
Great. Okay.
Nothing exactly going to happen to you about it. It's just everything's going to be searched
Gotcha.
real thoroughly.
Philip.
In spite of their name, the Trust are very suspicious.
I understand that.
I have a pitch for this journey because I imagine, my proficiency in disguise kits. Could I sew a false, basically, I would like to conceal the note that Thora gave me to give to her contact in my clothing, sew it into my jacket or something like that, into the lining or something along those lines. Okay.
Yeah, make a roll with your disguise proficiency using dexterity, because the trick is going to be, can you sew it well enough to make it not noticeable?
Okay, I'm gonna roll acrobatics because I have proficiency in
That's
that.
fine.
It's based off my
Sure.
dexterity. And I will push that as well. It paused on the 20, but then it rolled onto the 2. Okay. If I push again, that will be 8 hit points, and I'll be down to 24 out of my 54 max. So that's not great.
All from pushing? Oh, well, no, you also poisoned yourself.
Yeah. 8 is.
This is about to
Ari's
be like
check to do.
now
So,
you see me.
here's
too.
the thing. You know it looks bad. This is the sort of
I
thing
know.
where you can tell I did a really bad job. This is super noticeable.
We haven't read the note, and I feel like reading the note would be a breach of trust. But at the same time,
While we try to breach the trust.
yeah. But Thora did hand it to me, but she folded it up before she did.
Inspiration, Colin. That's good.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Ari is Ari knows it looks bad. Ari can't afford to push anymore on this. Ari's gonna read the note and make a mental picture of it, so that he could reproduce the note using minor illusion down the road.
It's utter nonsense.
Great. Well, that's fine.
It's just nonsense.
Okay. Is there a check for me to make a mental note of the nonsense, or to try and reproduce?
To memorize the nonsense.
Yes.
I guess that would be, a perception check.
Oh, come on, investigation.
Okay, I will take investigation. I will
Okay.
take investigation for that. It's the sentences don't make any sense. It's just.
Ari's gonna stick the note back in his pack, just
McCringleberry.
to hope that they will think that it's just doodling. Yeah, but
Okay.
there's nothing more that Ari can do at this point. So, and Ari feels bad about
So
it.
the ship is descending towards the dock, and Malcolm comes over the intercom again and says, "Sam, make yourself scarce." And you see Sam crawl over back into back into their corner, sort of spread themselves against the walls of the hull, and gradually the cobalt blue of their scales gradually shifts and shimmers and fades until it is exactly an exact match to the wood grain of the hull.
Terrifying.
That is very cool.
Absolutely terrifying.
There's just these two glowing, slightly sparking eyes floating in nothing, and then you slowly watch them close, and Sam is, to all appearances, not there.
Bye, Sam. Nice to meet you.
Did get scarier that I didn't think was going to happen.
That's a very
Thanks for
cool
not
trick,
eating
Sam.
us, Sam.
I hope we can be friends.
So I've got a pretty okay excuse for being here, but it won't hold up for very long, very many days. So, you know, I'll stick around for a day or two, but if you're going somewhere else, you gotta let me know.
All right.
And,
Yeah.
if you need me, you're gonna have to come find me pretty quick.
Okay. We will let you know if we're
Yeah.
headed out of the city.
They got rules about transporting things like Sam around here.
Fair enough.
I would imagine so.
We appreciate
So
it, Malcolm.
you come to the dock, and almost immediately there are a bunch of gnomes come walking along the pier out to your vessel. They stop at the pier. Malcolm is out. He's brought his goggles down, pushed his hair back, and one of the gnomes steps forward and says, "Permission to come aboard." It's granted. Excellent. Please produce all documentation and a manifest of the ship's cargo and passengers. And Malcolm produces the manifest. All cargo will now be searched, including baggage. And several gnomes come on with hand carts. If you would please load all personal belongings and baggage onto the hand carts, we will make a search of them.
Pog does.
Yeah.
Malcolm
Ari
just
puts his bag
Comes out with a little rucksack, puts it in.
Yeah, it's basically all Ezra has to.
Thank you very much. And the handcarts are trundled away. You may wait here while the inspection goes on. And two gnomes descend into the hull to look around. The main gnome is flipping through the manifest. You are kept waiting on the deck of the ship for about an hour before the handcarts reappear and are rolled back on. Your goods are set onto the deck, and the gnomes roll away. The one that's been talking to you says, "Thank you very much for your cooperation. Welcome to Zalargo. And remember, the eyes of the trust are always upon you." And turns and heads off down the gangplank.
comforting. Ari immediately checks his
What?
bag to see if the note's still there.
The note is still there.
Thank God. All right. Well,
Make an investigation check.
Everything's still okay.
Yeah. Pog would like to make sure he's got his things, even though it's a giant
Same.
axe that he cares about.
17.
You know, you're 100% certain that the note is exactly the same as it was, but the paper that it's on feels slightly crisper. Like maybe it hasn't been folded quite as many times.
This is they definitely copied the note.
Why didn't you hide it?
You watched me try to do that, Pog. It was a very small ship, and we were around each other for
I
You
thought
have
you
to.
were trying to make your clothes look poorer. I didn't know you were doing something with it. I could have just put it in my
Malcolm is-
bracers.
Malcolm is flipping through his ship's log. They really do good work. Closes the log, tucks it away. Well,
All right.
good
Well,
luck in your endeavors, I suppose.
yeah, we will let you know if we're
Thank you.
leaving Trollanport and you're relieved of duty or whatever. We'll be seeing you soon.
Fair enough. I got a little bit of business to attend to here.
Great.
Weird.
All right.
If you come back onto the ship and I'm not here, shout your presence down into the hold before you go down there. Sam don't like to be startled.
Fair enough.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
He'll spend most of the time hidden, just sort of lurking up in the rafters.
Okay.
That is scary.
Ari says in
All right.
Ezri's mind, so are we taking Demise with us to the Ondarian embassy? Is she just tagging along this whole time?
I don't really have a lot of details. She says she has people here, so I think there will be more.
And they're expecting us.
I think so, yes.
Great. Okay. Well,
She's standing by the gangplank waiting.
yep. This was while walking was my thought. Like, yeah, as we're
Will you be watching from a distance, or what's the plan? I'll look over at Ari.
well, I mean, we're kind of just trying to figure out next best steps. You have contacts in the city, we have contacts in the city, so we could divide and conquer.
Oh, my people will have slipped into the city by now. I would expect they're over near the Karnathi embassy. So I'll go check in with them.
Okay, we can
Where
meet you
will
there.
you be going?
Ari just quickly pings Ezri, just not establishing a full conversation, but just saying, if you want to tell the truth, speak up. Otherwise, I'm going to keep floundering here with a lie. I think the Buck and Bronco is near the Brelish embassy, so we'll be in that area. So we can meet you by the Brelish embassy if you want, or the Karnathi embassy, whichever you like.
I'll come find you at the Bucking Bronco,
Great.
where you'll be.
Yep.
I will respond to Ari. Is the Bucking Bronco a real place?
I have no idea. No, Ezri, I'm making it up as I go along.
I
I've never
feel
been here. I don't know what the taverns are called.
like you are both saying words that aren't the words you're saying.
All right. We're
She hoists her pack and picks up her longbow, preparing to walk off.
We could give her one of the communicators.
oof. Yeah. Okay. How about that? And I'll take mine off. Take this. We can communicate with it.
See, it works like this.
Really?
Yeah. You have to touch it because of reasons.
Fascinating.
I want that back.
Of course. Oh. At the Bucking Bronco, then.
At the Bucking Bronco, then.
She turns and walks off into the streets.
It's a very specific thing to say.
How do you know
Without knowing.
about bars up here? Well, this
I don't. I was just trying to make something up.
Oh,
Well, but if
she
that's
did
where
not
she's
buy
planning to meet us, like, how would we meet up then? Or is that the plan, is just to lose her while we're here?
You really lost
We
your
can make
touch. You
that
used to be
assessment.
very good at this.
That
We
would have
have
been
to-
such a good plan, and I gave her a communicator.
You didn't try flirting. That's your usual go-to.
are we gonna have to open a bar up here?
My heart wouldn't have been in it, and that's just
Of course, we should open a bar.
You
people
would
can
be
tell
very
when you're
good at
flirting,
that,
your
Pop.
heart's not in it.
Thank you.
All right, let's head
To the bucking
figure
bronco.
out where.
I am very confused about this plan.
I mean, as best that we can figure out where the Ondarian embassy is, Ari starts to head that way.
Oh, this city is laid out in a series of concentric rings with perfectly aligned streets cutting across the rings. And at most intersections, there's a map of the city indicating exactly where you are.
This entire city is a mall.
In fact, the "you are here" dot on the map moves ever so slightly as you move around.
Do not like.
Heads to the Ondarian embassy then. Looks at the map and heads that way.
Your little dot moves away from the "you are here" spot on the map and heads towards the Ondarian embassy. It doesn't take you very long to find it. It is, I guess I should have specified earlier, it's late in the day. The sun is starting to set at your arrival. And you can see that the Ondarian embassy is all sorts of done up. Like there's lanterns hanging from the outside, and there's a line of guests waiting to go in, all of them wearing masquerade masks. And there are a pair of guards standing at the outside of the embassy checking invitations.
Y'all ready to go to a party?
Come on.
I'm not
You got us in last time without an invitation.
great at parties, unless it's just the getting tattooed and dancing in the woods.
This is a very different party.
Cal could probably get in. He's very handsome.
All right, Ari's gonna do a quick spin to see if there's any like fancy costume shops around.
Do you think they let foxes in? Because I could just be a fox. And that would be my mask.
Is there anything obvious?
Oh, yeah, you go to one of the handy kiosks and are able to. Yeah, there's a fancy dress party shop, not too far off.
Okay, those of you with heavy coin purses, buckle up because we're gonna need to get into this party.
I can... Well, it's not reliable. I was going to say I could get us in if we don't think we need to justify our presence there very long.
We don't know who we know what. Did we get the name of the person? That Thor
Yeah,
knows?
Nea Irkrell is the,
Nea Irkrell.
is
Okay, I didn't label the name. Sorry.
the station chief here.
Right, with the ear name. Irkrell. I mean, we don't know where this Nea Irkrell is in there. Like I think we need to infiltrate the party and track her down.
Ari just wants to go to a fancy party. It's been a long time.
Listen,
100%.
so we go get fitted, we go get masked, and we hop in that line. And anybody good at forgeries? Anybody? No? Okay.
You taught me how to read, so
I would
Unless you're
take
good at
a
forgery.
perception check to observe the line and the
From
guards and the security
anyone?
situation in general. From anyone, yes.
Okay, good. Somebody else then, please.
perception.
No, well,
I'll-
somebody
I'll-
else then.
Natural 20 for a 28.
10.
Okay.
We
Wow.
choose
So
RAs.
you notice, wow, that is a lot of natural 20s
Yeah.
in this session.
Yeah.
You observe that the guards are taking the invitations, checking them. The guards are one of the guards is a human, the other is a shifter. They're taking the invitations, looking at them, and then setting them in a basket on a table to the side, next to them. You do notice that occasionally someone will come in with like a military dress sword kind of thing, and that is being taken and checked
Oh, okay.
as well.
Alright, do you think if you just showed them the paper you have, that would be
That's a
good
code.
idea?
Those guards aren't going to know the code. I think, Pog, you can turn invisible, so you go snatch us some invitations.
And never would I have guessed that Pog would take a feat that would make Pog the most likely infiltration expert in this party.
As the guy with advantage on stealth and with sleight of hand, I guess
sure.
this makes sense.
So what's Pog doing?
Okay. He's literally just going to respond, okay. Go invisible. And try to go to the farthest outside away from the line and come back up behind them to reach in between them into the basket.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Well, it's gonna...
First one's natural 20.
Nice.
So yeah, you're light on your feet. And now make a sleight of hand check to lift to lift enough invitations out of the basket without causing a ruckus.
Could have given
Can
guidance.
I assist with minor illusion
I would actually. Oh, sure.
to create a
I
loud
like
noise
that,
to
yeah.
distract?
Okay, yeah, you can have advantage.
Thank goodness. I'm going to push. $15.
Okay. I'm going to give them disadvantage on their perception check because Ari creates a distraction. So it went from a 19 to a 9. What was the nature of the distraction, Ari?
Thanks, Kari.
Some busker singing Wonderwall on a street corner too loud. And I'll see.
There's a loud groan as everybody turns in that direction and doesn't see the source of the voice.
Yoink.
So, yes, you grab
Grab
a sufficient number of invitations and slip away. Ari,
Oh no.
would you roll stealth, please?
gulp.
18.
Okay.
And it's only somatic. There's no verbal component. Just
A soft voice
balls.
whispers in your ear. We certainly hope that was merely a harmless prank. That you wouldn't be considering doing anything that might disturb the peace while on Zill's soil.
Is that like an external voice, like somebody's watching me, or in my head?
Yeah, it's external. You look around. There's no one adjacent to you, but you would recognize the concept. You would recognize the message spell.
Okay. Huh. Just a bit of fun. Just a silly person singing a bad song.
That's very good to hear. We have an excellent sense of humor.
Seems that way. And then once Ari gets the sense that there's not a forthcoming response, like, okay, y'all, we are being watched closely. So, not that there's anything wrong with that. Totally fine. Not planning on doing anything. Just value.
All for your good and protection.
Yep. Can they hear this, or is it only me?
You are the one that the message spell is currently targeting, and so it's like it's being whispered in your ear.
Gotcha. They're talking to me right now. The trust or the Zill or someone is talking to me right now. So, okay. Well, we need to get fancy clothes for the party, right? Gang?
I touch my armor and turn it to its fancy setting.
Thaw walks back up and back in.
You do notice on the invitations, it invites you to a gala at the Ondarian Embassy to celebrate the age. To celebrate the 40th birthday of the Queen. And it does note that masks are required.
Well, we gotta at least get a mask for you. So
Hog has his.
Did we pack our masks?
That's in his bag. And he pulls it out.
No, that's a paper mache mask.
It's a mask.
This is a different kind of mask.
The kids are
It's
going to
a
be so
mask
excited
mask.
that their masks went to a party.
It's not a masquerade mask.
You begin to make your way over toward the fancy costume shop that you found on the kiosk. And we'll find out what you dress as next time. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can find links to all of our social media, as well as our merch store and our Discord in the links down below, along with a link to our Patreon. You can find a link there to Colin's Twitch, where he is sorry BTR. The O in that is a 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. New Khyber Shards answers every Friday. If this episode looks even sort of smooth, it's a miracle of editing because of the technical difficulties that we have had tonight, which is why you don't see Colin right now, and we don't either. But until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
Bye.
I'm back. Let's play.